Hello and welcome back to another episode of Everlasting Summer, also known as Oh God, Slovenia, Don't Kill Me. And this time I'm once again
Wait,
joined.
I thought it was the Great Adventures of Cheesecov.
Well, that was last episode, even though Cheesekov didn't
Okay.
appear once. Actually, well, he appeared 5 times just in one scene. Um, last episode, we got our food stolen by little Anna with the USSR shirt. And now, well, then we chased her around, and now we're eating with Slavia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, we left off on maybe I was thrown into the past.
Okay, so maybe I was thrown in the past. Yeah, that would explain a lot. Can I ask a stupid question?
No,
Slavia smiled and stood up from the table.
it's late. Can you find the way to Olga Dmitrievna's by yourself?
Of course I can, but why should I go there?
She'll settle you with someone. Teehee.
What for? Probably this question seems stupid because Slavia burst into a good-natured laughter.
Ha 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 ha! Teehee.
The tease.
You need to sleep somewhere, right?
That does make sense.
Jesus. You're so loud, and then you're so quiet.
I know, I'm trying to figure out what the best way is. Is this good?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Fine, I'll be off then. Good night.
Night. It's strange that she left in such a hurry. A bundle of keys left in the door lock caught my attention. I was gonna catch up with Slavia, but where's she live? And knocking on every door during the middle of the night didn't sound like a great idea. You know, take the keys or leave the keys.
Um,
If you can see this, I am looking at this choice because I don't remember what it was or what it does. But yeah, you can just make one. I don't think it's actually important. Yeah, because it doesn't look like it changes.
let's take the keys.
Okay.
It's
Where's-
just the responsible thing to do.
Yeah. I'd better take them. I'll give them back tomorrow because who knows what happens here at night. Such thoughts gave me chills. It's me who needs to be careful here in the first place. The night, though dark, wasn't silent at all. One could hear chirping crickets, the song of the night birds, and rustling trees from everywhere. A sudden desire to follow Slavia's advice and go to the camp leader's cabin appeared. I don't know why, but the sight of an unknown bronze builder of communism put me in a constructive mood. But I don't even know if that's supposed to be a pun, but it's a good one if it is. I sat on the I sat on the bench and started to recall everything that happened today. It was all my constructive mood could offer. Here was much brighter than near the canteen. The tardy pioneers were running by, so this place didn't seem scary at all. Bus, summer camp, girls. I was so tired from everything new and strange that I could not help with a single explanation for what is going on. Or I could not come up with a single explanation for what was going on. I heard a barely noticeable rustle nearby. I shivered and looked in that direction. A Goyle reading a book. Lena. I decided to move closer and talk. She was the only new person I had met here without exchanging even a few words. Hi, what are you reading? Lena was so surprised that she even jumped. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Never mind.
She blushed and stared at the book again. So, what are you reading? The cover was written Gone with the Wind. Praise the book. Oh, praise the book or keep silent.
Let's praise the book.
Praise the book. A good book.
Thanks. Teehee.
Honestly speaking, I hadn't read it, but I think that such literature suits her very well. Lena didn't seem interested in continuing the conversation. Well, if I'm bothering you,
No.
she answered while still looking at the book. Can I sit beside you for a while?
Why?
And really, why? Maybe just because I was very tired and having company is better than being alone, and maybe I wanted to try something, or I wanted to try to find something out from her. I
You
carefully
wanna
examined Lennon.
try something?
What?
You wanna try something, boy?
No, and maybe I wanted to try to find something out from her. I don't want to try anything. I carefully examined Lennon. Well, maybe I do,
Ooh.
but no, I doubt that. Well, I don't know. I'm not allowed to. Or, oh, I'm not allowed to?
Feel free.
But if I'm bothering you,
No, you're not.
I can leave. Just say,
Everything's alright.
okay
And she
then.
pulls out a knife and stabs.
She just starts giving a Lennon speech. I sat at the end of the bench carefully. So, after such an intense talk, staying here was the last thing I wanted. But it wouldn't be nice just to stand up and leave. That didn't really go well, huh? Lena hasn't answered anything. It seems I made a fool of myself. I bet Anna was here. I bet if Anna was here, she would have a good laugh at me. Do you enjoy being here? I recalled Slavia's question and thought it would be a good start for a conversation.
Yes.
She smiled slightly. I guess I like it too. Lena definitely wasn't very sociable and probably can't carry on a meaningless conversation as easy as Slavia. But there was something about her that attracted attention. Like a momentary glimpse of a reflection in the glass of a rainy autumn evening, which makes you turn around and stare into darkness, searching for something that you saw out of the corner of your eye. Of course, you weren't able to distinguish or understand what it is, or what it was, but it still felt so tempting. Lena was reading the book without paying any attention to my presence. And I had no intention of asking her about anything about this camp or this world in general. Beautiful night.
Yes.
How in the world would I start a conversation with her?
It's late. I have to go.
Yes, it's quite late.
Good night.
Night. There was something strange about this girl. At first glance, she was a typically shy and modest pioneer girl, but the mystery of Lenin took its place in the massive list of the mysteries about this camp, which I had started to put together in my head. ...
Oh, jeez.
Man, it has just gotten really. We have been playing this game for a really long time, and it's really dark in my room right now. A lazy evening. There's nothing like a good time with nothing to do. I head towards Olga Dmitrievna's cabin. The light in the house is on. Hello, or that's you.
Hello, Simon. You're quite late.
Yeah, I went for a walk and to look around the camp.
All right. You will be sleeping here.
She pointed her finger at one of the beds. Right
The
here?
one with the bra on it.
Yeah, with the bra on it. I was a bit surprised.
Yeah, is
Oh!
something wrong?
Just the face.
We are out of free cabins anyway.
Hold on. Ah, dang it, I'm trying to close this. There we go. The camp leader smiled, but I rather think it was just out of politeness.
You do want to be a decent pioneer, don't you?
There was a clear emphasis on the word decent. Yeah, sure. I was lost in the thought for a moment. You don't mind it, mademoiselle? She looked at me oddly, with surprise and some offense in her eyes.
A pioneer should respect their elders.
Olga Dmitrievna said strictly. Of course he should. No one argues with that. I blathered, not realizing what was wrong.
Shouldn't you also?
She stared at me, under such a gaze, even mithril forged by the deaf Borf masters from the deepest dungeons would melt. Should I what? What's up, Toots?
Except
What's up, Toots? Annoyance and lack of understanding made me raise my voice.
you must address your elders appropriately.
Yes, of course, there was a lot of strange things here. But this girl was a... What was that? This girl is is a couple years older than me. Or maybe even younger. I decided not to argue. Well, just a few minutes ago, I would have never called her an adult. I have to admit that she was also given a strong character. In any case, I wasn't in the position to argue. As you say, ma'am, I mumbled.
That's much better, you young whippersnapper, you with your 43-year-old body.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I think that he still perceives that he's a 45-year-old man, or however old he was. But I think that he was put in the body of a young teenager.
Probably. He's really only 12 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's like 5. Doesn't even come up to her knee. And he's like,
yeah.
What's up, Toots?
Alright. Is it my line?
Yeah. There's another part to it.
Sorry. Wait, what?
That is how a decent pioneer should conduct himself.
That's much better. That is how a decent pioneer should conduct himself. And now it's time to sleep.
Honestly speaking, I was going to become neither a decent nor an indecent pioneer. Just yesterday, I was gonna become I wasn't gonna be a pioneer at all. But do I have the choice now? If you don't want to, we'll have to make you, is the motto of Olga Dmitrievna was probably going to use. If you don't want to, we'll make you. I climbed onto the bed and closed my eyes, only to realize how tired I was after today. Something hammered in my head awfully, as my brains had started a night shift, and they seemed to be aimed more at rolling steel than working on something more sensitive. We're rolling that steel. A bus flew through my mind. Wings spouted out from it and started fluttering away. At the square with the monument, the canteen full of pioneers, the malice face of Anna. Slav. Lena. I just realized you can hear the heartbeat. That threw me off. And even recalling Alyssa didn't give me too much of a negative feeling. It feels like my head is pounding whenever I hear the heartbeat. What if I'm here for good? Well, then you better stop calling it Toots. And that is day 1. Now to day 2.
Wait, what's our time at?
Oh, we got 6 minutes left.
Okay, because I was just thinking, if we were at 20 minutes, this would be the perfect time to stop.
It would be. I was having a dream. It seemed like I was in some sort of vacuum that was, for some reason, I could fit inside of, with nothing but nothing around me. And not only around, I was the only creature in the universe, as if the universe had returned to a state of singularity right before the Big Bang, and something was just about to happen. Suddenly I heard a voice. I could not make out the words, but it sounded familiar. The voice was whispering something gently as soothing. Entry real estate.
What?
Entry real estate. And then I realized it was the voice of that strange girl from the bus.
Butternut squash.
The girl from the dream. But what was she trying to tell me? Who is she?
It's me!
I woke up!
Panda Bear!
Bright
It is
sunlight
I.
struck my eyes. It was almost noon. After stretchily laziling, Stretching lazily on the bed and yawning, I started to recall the previous day. In a few seconds, all its events passed before my eyes: the bus, the camp, and the local
The
inhabitants.
wandering around the camp in only a shirt, going up to all the little kids playing soccer.
No, that's just wrong. Not this whole situation. Not me being here. It was wrong by default. My attitude towards what was happening was wrong. Because yesterday I fell asleep here just like that, and before I chatted nicely with the local pioneers, even managed to crack a few jokes. Just like I can crack a few eggs. How could I act in such a situation? I should be frightened, startled by every little rustling. I should avoid all contact with potentially hostile creatures. That last night. The last night's events were getting hazy, like I had a hangover. I probably did. That compote was probably really alcoholic. This really feels like the morning after a heavy drinking party. Yesterday's natural, flawless, absolutely normal conduct becomes a nightmare in the morning, a grotesque illustration of the divine comedy. Yes, it's just like that, and I can't change the past now. Then again, I had probably assessed the situation and was acting accordingly. I glanced around and tried to figure out whether I had been thrown somewhere else, but Olga Dmitrievna's cabin looked the same as yesterday, still with the bra and still with the sock and still with the weird picture of a man with a blue head. Everything seemed to be in its place, except for a pioneer uniform which was hanging from the bedhead. I fumbled with it in distrust and tried it on. At least it's better than walking around in winter clothes. Wish I could see myself. I bet I looked like a clown. And for that,
There's
I
a
need a mirror. At
There's
least
a mirror
tiny
right
one.
there.
Where? Oh, no there isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there is. That is weird. I thought that was like a, glass, but no, that is a mirror. I finally found one on the wardrobe door. Yeah, see?
Holy.
Holy! I looked at a newfound pioneer and jumped back in the surprise. There was some teenager on the other side of the mirror. This is what I'm saying. He is a teenager. He resembled me, but he wasn't me. Where did last week's stubble go? And where were the bags under my eyes, the slouch, the deathly fatigue on my face? By the way, we have like 2 minutes left. It seemed that I had not been thrown back in time or into a parallel reality, but instead had simply changed bodies with someone else. Really, or right, that's real simple. Such things happen every day.
It happens to me every day.
Yeah. I took a closer look at this stranger, and only then I realized it was actually me. It wasn't today's me, maybe the one between my school and university years. Well, at least that's something. There you go. The person in the extreme situation did fail to notice the elephant in the room after all, but the camp leader noticed it, and last night she told me off for addressing her without proper respect. Screw that.
Duh.
I doubt my appearance affects anything. If the clock was not lying, breakfast was long over. Oh well, I'll try to find something in the canteen. It worked out yesterday with Slavia, didn't it? Those memories made me smile involuntarily. The sun was shining brightly outside. A light breeze was blowing. And we will end it here. Because we're out of time.
Oh, a light breeze.
Oh, the light breeze. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember the like button, do that jazz. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.